What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at a new company. This is Fariis. I'm trying 3 different fragrances from them. If you know Kayali's line of fragrances, you know that this is definitely taking that as inspiration. So this is Apple Nectar, the one from Fariis. Is it Fariis or Fariis? I'm gonna go with Fariis because it's easier to say. It's very nice, it's very uplifting, it's very bright and fruity. It screams girly girl, but also it screams like I'm feeling chipper today, I'm gonna wear this scent kind of vibe. It reminds me a little bit of Kaya Confection, it reminds me a little bit of Anabi Ed Corol, that kind of line, though this has a lot less florals than those sweeter scents do. This is purely on the sweet, fruity side. You can see it's a pressurized atomizer, it's very nice. So, again, very fruity, very pretty, very nice. So let's get into the notes. This doesn't really have a traditional breakdown of top notes, middle notes, and base notes. It just has notes. So the notes for this are juicy red apple, wild berries, and jasmine. I'm not really getting that jasmine at all. All I'm getting is that wild berry, juicy red apple vibe. Definitely fruity, definitely sugary. There's definitely a lot of sugarness, a lot of sweetness in there. So I like this fragrance, honestly, a specific vibe, and if you're into sweetness, if you're into fruitiness, this is something you'll be very interested in. It does have that appley vibe. I think this is very female oriented. I like this. In terms of performance, this was pretty good. It lasted more or less around 5 hours, projected maybe 5 feet in the first 2 hours, and then it dropped down to a skin scent after hour 3, and then after hour 5 it was perceptible but barely. On clothes it's all day. This is a good clothes scent, but on skin it kind of faded pretty quickly. After hour 5 you need a respray. So overall I like this one. I think I would give it, in terms of scent, a 9. You know what you're getting. If that's what you want, it's a great scent. In terms of projection longevity, I think I would give it maybe a 7 or an 8. An 8.5 is a good rating for this, and it's super cheap, and it's a pretty bottle. So budget, Kayali, decent. Blazing Cherry. Let's take a sniff of this. So usually I notice that cherry is actually playing second fiddle to other things, whereas cherry is a complementary scent. So I'll give you an example. If you have Ophidian's Black Cherry, I think it's called, or if you even have the Tom Ford cherry scents, cherry isn't really the star of the show, and those are good scents. I'm not saying they're bad scents, but I always wanted like a cherry scent, like a cherry lollipop scent. I want cherry to be the star, right? I want cherry to be like the main focus. This is that cherry. This cherry is the main focus. I wouldn't call this a photorealistic cherry. It's definitely more of a candied cherry, but it's very, very, very good. I like it. The only complaint I have of this, and maybe that's why other fragrances have cherry as a secondary thing, is that its longevity is very questionable. The problem with this fragrance is definitely the performance. After 45 minutes, it turns into a personal bubble of maybe 1 foot, and it stays that way maybe 2 or 3 hours, and then it becomes a skin scent, almost imperceptible by hour 4. So that's probably why cherry is never the star of most shows, because maybe cherry is not such a prominent, long-lasting scent. So unfortunately, this one is kind of a dud in terms of performance. So you're gonna need to respray it over and over again. But it's such a pretty, strong scent. The notes for this are black cherry, rose damascena, and palo santo. I have no idea what damascena is. I'm guessing it's Damascus, but it's a pretty beautiful cherry. If you're looking for a cherry forward scent, if you want to just smell like a cherry lollipop, this is a great scent for you. I think I would give this, in terms of scent, just because they hit that cherry very hard, I think I would give this a 9. In terms of performance, this is a clunker. This is definitely like a 7, so maybe an 8 makes sense. 8.5 makes sense for this. It's a beautiful, beautiful cherry. I would pair this with something that's a lot more long lasting to add a cherry scented thing, but this is very good. Vanilla Absolu by Fariis, of course. So let's take a sniff of this. Honestly, this is the only one I'm really not sold by. It seems like this company's main goal when designing these fragrances was to hit a specific note really hard. Almost, it leans a little bit away from the vanilla, a little bit more of a funky vanilla. This reminds me a little bit of December Vanilla, but not playful enough to make it interesting. It's more, honestly, it's gonna give me like a spoiled vanilla treat kind of thing. I don't like it, honestly. I'm not gonna diss it and say it's terrible, but I don't love it. It's something I didn't like wearing. That's the vibe. A little bit off. It just smelled a little bit off. So the notes for this are Vanilla Orchid, Tonka Absolute, and Amberwood. This was also pretty long lasting. This lasted about 6 hours on me, and it projected decently the first 2 hours, and then it turned into like a personal bubble for the rest of the day. So it's a moderate projector, but it lasted most of the workday. So it's a decent performer, but I did not like that. This is like a 7 cent. Did not like this compared to the other two. This one is a big disappointment to me compared to the other two. So basically these scents are really good if you have a specific note or vibe in mind and you want to hit that vibe hard. So you have the cherry, you have the apple, you have the vanilla, you can hit it hard if that's what you're going for. Overall, I like them based on what they are and based on how cheap they are and how they project. Overall good. I think I like this line in general. I haven't seen anything else from this company, so I don't know if this is the only thing they produce. I don't know if this is a company of a bigger company. I would have to check that out. But have you heard of this company before? Is this something that you'd be interested in checking out? Let me know. Remember, the sense is subjective. What I like isn't necessarily something you like. And always remember to smell your best. See ya.